We've heard from educators and leaders across the state that they just need the space, the emotional space to be vulnerable and actually try new things and take risks, and the physical space sometimes to go see other opportunities out there of people who are trying new things.
We feel like SpaceLab can be anywhere. It can be at a conference, it can be in a school, it can be with a small group of educators or a huge group of educators. But what it is an opportunity for those educators to work together in a professional learning environment.
It's invigorating. It gives us purpose again. I'm more excited about what I'm doing now than I was 10 years ago, because I now can see how things are starting to fit together.
The three strands of SpaceLab are networking sessions, we have Seeing is Believing tours, and we have design thinking experiences. Design thinking is a problem-solving approach. It's a cycle of helping educators and community members identify a problem that actually matters. It's user-centered design. So we place the user, the human, who the challenge is actually impacting at the center of it, and then we do a process to really build some solutions for that person.
All teachers intend to be student-centered. Design thinking is bringing some protocols and skills back to what does it really look like to be able to be student-centered all the time.
We have so many complex issues that aren't obvious problems, and they can't just be answered by one level at a district.
Design thinking destroys the hierarchies that often exist in any organization, but particularly education.
There is no wrong answer here, okay? So deferring judgment, already saying, no, that's not going to work, you don't know that's not.
You never go through a process of excluding ideas or saying that something wasn't good. You just go through the process of including the ideas that are going to solve the original problem.
Yes, and start with philosophy.
When we are serving kids, we have to know that we are a community. It's not about an individual teacher, and design thinking does that.
This is about being responsive to individual and group needs.
When a lot of ahas happen, we're brainstorming.
I was just in a design thinking session, 101.
Everything is iterate on everything.
At the end, all they wanted to do was bring this back to their schools because they saw opportunity for their colleagues to use it and work together. They saw opportunities for their students to use it, and they saw it as an opportunity to create equity around decision making and designing learning together.
For me, design thinking's been transformational to how I go about things over the last year.
Is it every teacher? Is it...
Our design thinking work is amazing. The next level to that is we take it from that design work to them connecting in a network and networking together to build a community of support for themselves in the work that they're doing.
A key belief in any of our SpaceLab activities is this concept of radical collaboration. We will only get to those innovative and really impactful solutions as a community if we have diverse viewpoints. Students, parents, workforce community to be able to come up with really innovative solutions to the needs of our current schools.
People don't have time to just think with their colleagues, with someone new that they met. SpaceLab creates that space through targeted networking opportunities where teachers come together and think about, wait, you're trying to redo your schedule, so are we. What are the growing pains? What are the successes? Why is this worth it?
If we all bring what our expertise is to the table to solve problems that are important to our school communities, then we'll be successful in better meeting the needs of our kids.
The power of the Seeing is Believing tour is to be able to see educators who are just like you doing practices that then you believe could be potentially taken back to your school.
The Seeing is Believing experience is so critical to our educators because until you immerse yourself in a situation, it's really theoretical.
The ability to go to a site and experience a science in the field lets us tell the story, translate the data. It also helps us become more critical thinkers when we can see the evidence in front of us.
We got to go on a Seeing is Believing tour in Minnesota, and the learning that came from that trip has moved us forward quicker than we could have without that type of experience. Having the insight of educators that were a little further along in their implementation process than where we are gives us hindsight without having to do the actual implementation yet, and it helped guide us. If you go sit in a classroom, you're going to learn. It's going to make you analyze your current practice and how you want to change that to make it better.
It's just been really powerful for those educators to walk away with those experiences because they feel like they have something tangible to come back and rework, prototype, and implement in their own situation.